Welcome to the first ever Power Rankings via video. You're welcome for this. I have to make mention, I do these rankings based off of these things. This is your current roster based on how they would go the whole season. Yes, there's trades, there's injuries. None of that's going to be factored in. When you move up and down throughout the weeks, that's based on wins and losses. Yes, maybe everybody whines about scoring points or I had a guy out. I don't want to hear it. You win, you move up rankings. That's just the way it goes. Ever do the power rankings? Geesh. Your current roster, how they're going to fare throughout the season. Now, I do take into account general manager history. So that's going to be mentioned a little bit. I just have to say, just in this first one, no, that's not true in all of them. How I think they're going to fare. General manager history shows a lot, I have to admit, because there's just history. You know, like the Lions organization, they always lose. You can count on it. GM history. Kickers and defenses, not a factor at all. I know that a kicker or defense can win you a game. Not going to be a factor in this one bit. And I take not at all into account Yahoo's report card and gradings. Don't even care about them. They don't know what they're talking about. You're looking at the ranking expert right here. Don't listen to Yahoo. The report card, diddly squat. With that being said, here we go. I'm going to unveil them. I got my little cheat sheet behind me. The number one team to start off this season is Steel City. Here's the thing. Your keepers are really good. I think he has solid receivers, more Lockett Chark, tight end, Travis Kelce, Prescott at quarterback. He's just got a good, rounded, solid starting offense. J.K. Dobbins on the bench, Duke Johnson on the bench, guys like that could bust out for some big weeks. And so I think he's got a solid starting lineup, solid keepers. You've had a great record the last couple of years. You choke like anything in the playoffs, like Dowdy of 2010, Peyton Manning of old. They both rectified that, so you can too, Steele. But you're a choke artist in the playoffs. Your team is looking good. Keep it up and finish through the end. Number two, oh boy, it's the GOP. Guys, even though Trump is going down to Joe Biden this year, the GOP looks solid on paper. I think you have, quite honestly, the most consistent, evenly well-dispersed starting lineup. Miles Sanders and Josh Jacobs, I think those are young cats that could be massive breakout stars. Nick Chubb, Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, man, these guys could be big. I think Cortland Sutton's an X factor. He could have an awful year, and he could be one of the best receivers in the NFL. Antonio Gibson on the bench is a big sleeper and has a lot of potential to be good. So GOP sits at number two. All right, number three. Number three is the Destroyers, the current champion, Dowdy's Destroyers. He loves this. Boy, how about you draft another guy named Allen, Josh Allen, Allen Robertson, Keenan Allen. Change your name to Team Allen. But let's be honest, Michael Thomas and Ezekiel Elliott here, those two they can carry a load. And so he can get wins just from those two guys. Now, we've got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who is just an unproven rookie. No preseason games have been played, and so we have no idea who this kid is. He could be great and he could be terrible, so that's a big X factor. David Johnson, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know if he's going to return to the old form. I don't know if a new system is good for him. I don't know if he's washed up, but you got a lot of potential there. I like Leonard Fournette, Darrell Henderson, Boston Scott on the bench. Those are good players, and the current champion gets a few bonus points for winning the championship. So do you deserve the number three spot? Probably not, but you did get lucky and beat me last year in the finals, so I'll give you the number three spot. Okay. Number four is, boy, and I'm going to tell you right here, this is where it gets tricky. There's thin line here. Pud's Punishers, number 4. I think Patrick Mahomes and Dalvin Cook are two of those guys that can just carry a load. So they're good enough where you can win games based solely on their performance. Mahomes could throw for 6 touchdowns, rush for 3. Maybe he'll do it tonight, and it'll give you a win. Devin Singletary is, man, he's a little bit of a question mark. He could be really good, but is he going to keep that job? But your receivers look good with Galladay and Thielen and Landry. I'm not a fan of Sammy Watkins. I don't think he's going to be their number 2 this year. I think he's going to have some goose eggs for some games, but you do have Deebo Samuel on the bench and Jerry Jeudy. Those guys could be big. Those guys could be plug and play guys for sure, starters. So there you have it. The Hawks, Heartland Hawks are number 5. The Hawks. Sorry, I blew it. I should have gone 5. Hawks. Let's find the Hawks as I pick my nose. Oh, the Heartland Hawks are, yeah, here we go. Lamar Jackson, Joe Mixon are his keepers. You know, I do think Mixon doesn't have that sexy name, but he's going to be good this year. You look at how bad his team was last year, how many carries and touches he gets. A little bit of a new spark with a rookie. Adding AJ Green back to the offense. Joe Mixon's gonna do a lot. Jonathan Taylor, not Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Home Improvement, but Jonathan Taylor from the Colts and Wisconsin Badgers. Could be real good. They have 3 good running backs there. I'm not sure who the guy is going to end up being, but it should be Taylor. It should. Cam Akers is a huge sleeper potential. Could be enormous. I think McCole Hardman ends up being Kansas City's number 2. They throw the ball 100 times a game. Guys like Jalen Reagor, Henry Ruggs, big bust-out players. A lot of potential there for the number 5 Hawks. Number 6, we're going to go to the newly named and newly refreshed Saquon Ginn. Now, this is formerly the Gridiron Freaks. He's had some bad history. Lions, Brown-esques decide to change hands of cities and ownership and just get a fresh start. So Saquon Ginn comes in with Saquon Barkley being his lead guy. Deshaun Watson and Odell Beckham Jr., good supporting system there. I think Kenyon Drake is a little bit underrated coming in. He gets 100 touches a game potentially if he stays healthy in Arizona. That's a big help for the number 6 Saquon Ginn squad. Question mark with Todd Gurley. Boy, who knows who Todd Gurley is if this guy's anything good anymore. So there you have it, and bless his heart, he's my brother, but general manager history says that he doesn't finish well. His guys get injured out, doesn't make enough moves towards the end of the season. He's had some bad luck, but we'll see how it goes. Number seven is the double cheeseburgers. You were wondering when I was going to mention them. Listen, I try to be as unbiased as I can. I got some holes to fill. I got some unproven talent. Kareem Hunt in the starting lineup makes me nervous. DeAndre Hopkins and Chris Godwin. I think I got some really good receivers, and I'm okay there. But I got Kareem Hunt and Kerryon Johnson in the starting lineup right now. I just don't know, man. They could be awful, just awful. But let me say this. I got some dudes on the bench that could really break out. I like that opportunity. The old Zach Moss guy and Brandon Cooks, DeAndre Swift, Justin Jefferson, James Robinson. I don't know. I didn't rank myself high because I think I'm going to take some punches early on, but I'm going to need one of those running backs to step it up. Number 8,